And it's Gordo here from Gordo's Games. Thank you for tuning in, people. So today I'm bringing you some Digimon TCG content, and on this occasion it will be a deck profile for my Megazoo list, as well as just a couple of games, seeing how it plays against Fedora. Fedora was just a recently set up his stream on Twitch, and he also has a YouTube, so I'll drop the details of himself just so you can help throw some support his way, basically. But before I ramble anymore, I'll go into the deck profile, the game test, and after this you'll have the intro again, but it's just because I recorded this at a separate time. So let's get into it. Alright, here we go. So we'll do it by normal standard. We'll basically start off with the eggs and then we'll go from there. Now I just run a 5 of eggs. I only run 4 actual blue rookies. I was going to just leave it 4 and 5, but I'd rather play into the fact of, even when I run out of rookies, I can just leave this active for all my options afterwards, because I don't want to get to the point where I've ran through all these and then I've got no blue live after and those options are just dead in hand. So I run 5. And Upamon's not bad. Even I know Vmon gets a guaranteed draw of it, but you can still get it from Upamon with how this deck plays. So I don't think it overall works that bad. So there's your Digitarms, run a 5 of. Rookies, we're running 7. We run 4 of the blue Vmon. Best rookie going at the moment. It's constantly a problem. It swings, it lives, unless it's a Gaia Force. You get a Gaia Force that hits that, it's laughing. You know, it's too good. They have to deal with it some way, otherwise it's just going to keep freely poking. And I find in Megazoo, if you don't see this, you lose out on a lot more pressure than you'd like. So just having this there and just constantly throwing down attacks really helps excel your game, because you're putting them on the back foot slightly, whereas they're going to have to try and deal with this, but they've still got the big guys coming out alongside it. So run 4 of them, you kind of have to, I think. I'm trying this. Somebody on one of my videos mentioned this, and I've considered it before. I tried it with like the red base and all that, and trying the Gaia Forces, but I don't particularly like it originally. So I've tried to go 50-50 here, because I originally had 4 Goblimons. So how I see it is, technically I'm going to try and draw something with this, because you know, I could get a Bri, get Durand, get Ragnar, so I could actually +2, or he can whiff, or I can get 1. You know, it's a 50-50 shot. But either way, I'm still going to be able to poke like I would do with a Goblimon there, and it gives me that little bit extra filtering through the deck, so you know, it can pay off. So that's just the level 3s. We just run the 4 there, 4 Vmon, 3 Zuba. Only running a couple level 5s, because obviously that's not the way this deck plays. So we run 2 Skull and 1 in Promo Infernamon. I quite like this ratio, because Skull Greymon, let's say for instance the purple matchups, Piedmons, this is great. Generally, you know, Ragnar matchups, great. You know, Skull puts in a great deal of work. It's not always the most relevant against some decks, I'll be honest, but you know, just having it there as a tech piece can work out quite nicely, especially with a blue base and you're running things like the Kaiser now, so you get his effect all over again. Infernamon, same kind of principle there. You know, you get into that DD Evolve by taking it down by 1, and this allows me to play into my Crania for cheaper as well. I don't like doing it that way, because I don't want to leave my Crania acceptable to get in DD Evolved, but it is an option, and obviously if I've got the Kaiser in hand, I can then Kaiser this back out so my Crania can't be DD Evolved, and this gets to proc DD Evolve itself. So really good. I don't know if I want to do a 2-2 split. I found this works quite nicely. That's about as much I'd go with that one. So that's the level 5, just 3, just the 3. We're getting to the big beefy part of it now. Alright, so we got obviously go for the Ragnar kits. I'm just going to lay out the Ragnar kit here. 4-4, you can't go any lower than that. This is Megazoo, but at the end of the day, Megazoo is basically Ragnar Zoo, because Ragnar inherently is the best way to play Megazoo at this point in time. Just getting the level 7 that applies as much pressure as he does, having blocker, having piercing, reboot, additional security checks. It's just too good. Alongside the other level 6s, we run 4 Phoenix. The reason I'm running Phoenix and not Hanjo is because I'm not playing Millennium on in this one. I have it in a previous list, which I tried, which is very good. But I wanted to try going back to set 1 Omni in it, so I've gone with a Phoenix on this one. Going into our own play stuff, we go 3 Magnadramon, 3 Volcanic, and then we'll go 2 Machine. Magnadramon puts in so much work, especially if you get aggroed early. the just taking the early poke, because obviously most of that stuff's going to die when you get hit by it anyway, so that's fine. But just being able to recycle more things into it, so the fact that when they do hit you, that stuff's going again, whilst they're trying to build it with all the memory you've just given to them, puts in a lot of work. Volcanic, obviously rookie rush, purple matchups, things like that, and this puts in a great deal of work. And going straight into an Ultra S or something afterwards, you can't go wrong with that. 2 of Machine Dramon. I would say I'd like to play more of this, but being 12, I don't want to be stuck with too many of these in hand, so I've kind of tried to limit it down as much as I can. So I only run the 2. It does come off quite nicely, and I played it in, I think, one of the games that I'll show you. I Kaiser nailed the machine out for 4 cost and got his on play, and it's like a 4 cost. That's like digivolving him and getting his effect. So it's just too good. And then last but not least, we run 2 Crania. I want to play more. At the same time, I don't, because I have seen too many times where I just brick with it in hand. Like one of the games, I had like 3 Ragnars in hand and a couple of Cranias, and I'm like, I can't do anything. So I've limited this down to 2. In the games you see after this, there was a slight mishap where I actually forgot to include some of the cards that should have been in there. I had a 50 card deck, but I hadn't swapped out 2 cards that needed to be in there. It was the Tamer, for instance, because the Tamer sets these up to be live. So that was on my part, but still good content nonetheless. So these are level 6s. We're on 2, 4, 7, 10, 14, 18, 22. We're on 22 level 6s. So a good amount there. Obviously a lot of them you can just on play on the first turn on that. And then we're going to the big pieces. So obviously the MVP, Ragnar, such a solid card. Just getting the effects, and with him with Kaiser Nail is amazing. I played a previous list where I ran more heavy in the level 5s and digivolving up, and I found like I got more out of Kaiser Nail then than I do now. But if I get a Kaiser Nail with a Ragnar, that makes it all better. It's just getting that additional body on board and him rebooting to the point that they can't just swing in to get rid of it. They're either going to have to remove it with an option card or ignore me, which generally is not the way it goes. Run 2 of Ultra S. This card can come up against things like green. It's a good solid card, if they go too wide on you. Because obviously how people respond to this deck is a case of if they have all the pieces, they can scale up into their big things, and obviously that's generally not how you want it to work out, but it can happen. But at that point, if you've played down like a Durand for 10, next turn if you've got the Ragnar and the Bri in place, next turn you basically got a free level 7 after that. It's okay, that's not a big deal. But if they get all the big pieces, sometimes they don't have all the pieces, should I say, and they've gone a little bit wider, this can really close out a game. Because if they spent a lot of resources in the build up like 4 or 5 bodies, and it's all within the threshold of Ultra S, yeah, it's basically GG at that point. You can't really come back to a good extent in that. Not when you've got a level 7 on, you got Omni on board afterwards. And then we run 3 of the OG Omni. One of my original list, the reason I was playing more into the level 5s and that is because I really like the Doraemon with this and all these stuff, just getting the additional security attacks, only 6 costs to drop. And when you used to be able to close out so many games with this, so you'd swing, you've got the Doraemon underneath it, say a Volcanic, you bounce the Volcanic, security attack +1, most likely you're going to live unless you hit an Omni or a Gaia Force or something like that, restand, security attack +1, so you're just taking out 4 in one swing. So Doraemon could see a comeback if I can find space. But that's the level 7, so we're running 9 there in total. Okay. And then option Tamers, we run 2 of Ties. So this is what I forgot to have in the deck. I've basically just taken out a Zubermon since then, and something else. I can't remember what the other thing was. It was Volcanic. I took the Volcanic down to 3. But this really does allow you just to reset to 3, get your Cranium on out, because obviously he plays a massive part in the deck itself. It's good against 2CC, it's good against purple, it's good against red. Just hard casting the Cranium, because as long as it can't be de-digivolved, Cranium's generally a good spot. The only things that really get around it are Shine Greymon for reduction, or Glorious Burst, and then things like Coitus Breath. So it really puts in a lot of work. And being obviously if you have this out and then you have a Cranium out, it's 13, so Shine Glorious Burst doesn't kill it in one. Shine would need to use 4 tamers on it. So overall, this is kind of a must, I think, with this kind of build. We run a 3 of Kaiser, and then run a 4 of Coitus Breath. Now, I'll hold my hands up here and say, I originally hated Coitus Breath. I had it as like a 1 of at one point. I really didn't like using the card, and I got to the point where Kaiser, I really love Kaiser, and I tried to go a bit too much into the card, to the point of I wasn't getting as much value out of it, especially now that I've changed it to be just more predominantly 6s than anything else Digivolving up. So I wasn't getting as much out of this. But since then, this card has done so much work for me. Coming off Insecurity, this is the reason it's at 4, because if it comes off Insecurity, if I haven't got anything on board, I'm putting things back in their hand just to make sure they don't have a swing with it. In the games you'll see, I was like, they had a Lilith on board, so I just did this on Lilith, put it back in hand. I know they're going to be able to scale back up into it, but I had another one to do it again. So I was just basically going through their resources, and it pays off. It can pay off. I mean, sometimes, don't get me wrong, you don't want to put things back in hand, like it. Yellow, Shine. I don't want to put a Shine back in hand at all. That's never a good idea. But some matchups it can pay off, and if you're like against the mirrors, like from Mega Zoo, or against 2cc with their own variants of Craniumon, this gets around Craniumon, and Craniumon's seeing a lot of play right now. So this card I feel has a very good spot at the moment, just because it's not deleting things, so purple doesn't get deletion effect. You're getting around the whole Crania. You know, you're just doing a lot of things just to avoid the added resource they gain from it. So we run 7 options there and 2 tamers. Now that's Mega Zoo in a nutshell. I played it against this one. I played against like a purple Lilith one. It went. I think it ended up being 2-1, as you'll see shortly. Actually, no, was it 2-1? I don't know. You'll find out shortly though. But basically, it was a very. I find purple Lilith to actually be a very interesting matchup here for Mega Zoo. Because one of the few ways to deal with Mega Zoo is by having enough solid removal, and that's what Mega Zoo plays into. You're not having enough removal to deal with it. Like for instance, if you play against Red, Gaia Force is your form of removal. So you got 4 Gaia Forces, but not everybody runs 4 anymore. So you got 4 Gaia Forces to get through to at most, and then you have Omnis. So let's say 3 more Omnis. So those got 7 things that will potentially remove my board, because Ultra S isn't going to touch this board. It'll DDigivolve me down, but it won't delete me in any sort of capacity, except for like if they hit my VMons and that. So you have to basically get through 7 lots of removal with it. By that point, you're in a position where you're going to be able to keep throwing things on board, and just looking to push the game in a more aggressive manner. So it's all about that battle of attrition, you know, wearing down your opponent. You're not exactly in the biggest rush to clear them out, but you have the pressure to do so with things like the Ragnar, getting the security attack +1 in that. So all in all, I'm a big fan of the deck. I did take, I have got a deck profile on here for the one I took to the regional qualifier for PPG. Very different to this build overall, but I ended up placing 11th or 12th with it. I think it was, and qualifying for regionals. So what I'm planning to do is basically revamp this as much as I can, get it to where I want it to be, and I'm hoping to take this again. I'm not entirely sure. We'll see how the meta changes up until then, because obviously things are constantly changing. You know, we've got the 2cc, we've got Mega Zoo, you know, we've got all these different decks coming out. We've got Red Krez, Garurumon, you know, all these fun different decks, and it's good to see them all, really is. But yeah, nothing me bothering. Let's get into the videos on the games. So thanks for tuning in, and enjoy the games. How we doing, Mickey?
Yeah, not too bad. Yourself, sir?
Not bad, not bad. Alright, so let's do some deck testing.
Just hanging around for the one match right now. I'll be back to you later. I just want to do this.
It's all good, it's all good.
And stuff my face all off the lockable.
That's all good, it's all good. I rolled a 3.
I rolled a 1.
Right, I'll go ahead.
Fast.
Indeed. Alright, so going first, let's have a look what we got. I'm going to go give you a big fat 10.
Ooh. Megazoo the trap.
It's always a trap somewhere.
I have no opinion regarding this matter. That does not sound success. Right. And draw. Drop a bomb.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to take it to freezer.
Yep.
I'm going to go 2 for vial.
Yep.
And drop. And then I'm going to show you my lovely, lovely tape here.
Alright, put me on 2. Go ahead, draw.
So,
Yeah, I'm going to drop
so
machine.
what's the basic goal of your deck then?
Megazoo? So basically it is megas on repeat. So no, I'm playing into the heavier board and limiting your removal. That's the whole process to it. You're basically not going to have enough removal to deal with the amount of big bodies that I'm going to put down on you, basically.
I mean, is this a challenge? Sounds like a challenge.
I mean, that's definitely the way it goes. So, by all means.
They did draw 1. Then deal play for further 2. And send 2 away. We'll lose a Sukai. And because Evive is going to be absolutely useless in this matchup against you.
So, Fedora here has played against this deck a few times, so he knows the matchup quite well.
Drop down Valmon. I'm not going to play He's on play.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have to?
No, you don't have to.
No, you may. Oh, okay, good. Then I'm going to machine drum on is 10
11.
or 11. Okay, I'm going to drop down a Lilith one here. It's going to be it free. I'm going to drop the uncontributed one effect because she requires 10. Then I get to add back 2 option cards.
Alrighty, we're going to head draw for turn then. We'll hatch. We're going to go.
Yeah, this is the bit I love about the Megazoo. And hate. I hate those jamming Vmon.
That's fair, and then effect.
So you can't go wrong with Rag.
That's true. We will go ahead and swing security +1 with Ragnar.
Yeah, no blockers here, so you hit an imp. And you hit a 11B outs.
Okay, and
Good hits.
we'll go ahead and Kaiser, put you on 1. We'll replay out the machine drum on, and then we'll DD evolve Lilith down by 1 and Lady Devi by 2.
That's all that's broken.
That's amazing when that happens. A machine drum on for 4 cost. It's like people misplaying it and playing it for his Digivolve effect.
Oh, yeah, bring that one back. That's my first ever game I got cheated, and you're like, can't let him forget this.
Well, I mean, I tried to help.
Admittedly, I did get cheated like 4 times.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate the fact I was told. Go on, 1, 2.
Right, I'll go ahead, draw. We're going to go ahead and swing with Ragnar, so Piercing, Security Attack +1.
Okay. You hit 3. Come on. You hit 11.
Alright.
Yeah, the matchup, purple versus this, is very, very situational. As far as I say it, I need a lot of removal, and then I have to play into the rush.
We'll take the Bri.
Look.
And then reboot on yours. You're on 2.
I know, I won't lie, I was hoping for a little more.
I know. I put you on enough to Piedmon me.
I have to find another blocker.
I know. I put you on 2 so you can Piedmon me with no blockers in the trash.
I have no Piedmon. I mean, I
there's one there.
Trash.
Oh, there you go.
We need to make it past the turn here, so are we going to send Tapium on to security?
Yep. 10.
Okay, draw for Tapium on. And Debbie Mara. I mean, I promise you guys, the second I drop a Piedmon, he's going to proceed to be a colossal douche and drop an Omni on me. Tapir, security.
Coitus, you can have the Vilemon back.
For the love of. I lose the Tapir, don't I?
No, tape stays. You don't get the draw.
Alright.
So you taper and live. Taper lives. The Vilemon goes back to hand. The taper below it goes, but you don't get the deletion for it.
Yep. That's what I was on about.
Yeah, and your taper's suspended, dude. You're all good. We caught up.
Yeah, the first Tapir got me one.
Yeah, it's alright. This is, I mean...
This is game over here.
Oh, yeah, of course. You, 2 blockers in there? Just the one? Just the one.
No, you returned the one I needed.
Oh, yeah. Draw. I'll go Vmon. Vmon come out. Alright. We'll make this quick. Score Greymon, because this counters Hide. We'll kill the Vile. Swing Security. And swing
Okay.
Security.
Yes, sir.
Alright, game 2.
So, if anyone ever wants to play a quick game of Digimon, mortgage your house and buy Megazoo.
It's not that bad, you know. Not if you just collect through the sets. You'll pick up the things eventually.
No, this is true, but you do need a lack of lots of omnis.
I mean, I run 5 omnis, 3 O set 1, and then 2 Alter S.
I mean, the set one is down to around 50 at the moment, so I mean that's only 150 quid. That's only a week's rent.
I mean, that's cheap in comparison to most card games, I'd say.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, as a whole, Digimon is cheaper than most card games because these major components can be quite expensive, like omnis. Well, the majority of them, unless it's case, they're really not. I'm gonna take first.
Yep, cool. I'm just giving this a shuffle.
Thank you.
And I've got-
your stream.
What's that?
You just be reviewing your recording.
Alright. Let's go. After you.
Yes, sir. Draw. Hatch. You over to go on and draw. Gonna go for some Devi action here.
Alright, we'll go ahead, draw. Or hatch. We'll go Vmon. Draw. And then we'll go Zuba for 3, put you on 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We'll take the Bry.
Oh, now I know there's a coitus at the bottom.
Yep. And all yours.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what I can do with two.
Just the one. Just the one, mate.
Devi?
Yep, 1k you live. You wanted the
Sorry,
draw.
still trying to process that.
You wanted the draw.
I actually did want the draw.
Alright, go ahead,
You're
draw.
going to give it to me now, though, no doubt.
We'll raise out. We'll swing with
Nope,
Vmon,
he's-
draw off the demi.
You hit 6, it doesn't matter.
Swing with the Zuba.
You hit 2.
And then
Boom!
put you on 4 and DDG Evolve, demi down by 1.
What is that thing?
Promo Inferno.
I
Infernamon.
don't know.
Yeah, did you not see
Yeah,
the game the
you
other
tell me
day?
you got one.
Yeah, did you not see the other game I teched with it? I played against Cursed Magpie. It was a case of
No, I missed it. I think I was busy streaming.
he had Venom. He had literally Venoms on repeat on board. I think he had 2. I swung over one with a Ragnar, and then Kaiser nailed the Infernamon from my crania to get rid of the other Venom.
Okay. I will save it for one and Vile.
You
I'm
evolve
becoming
Goblin
one
one
to
into
Vile,
Valmon. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you.
I don't listen, I'm trying to keep up. Vilemon is gonna take out that guy.
Yep.
Trump soldier because I'm going to get back no doubt anyway.
Alright. Go ahead, draw.
Also, give me for my voice.
No, it's all good, it's all good. Wolf Skull, kill the vial.
Yeah, for sure. You're going to trigger cabin one?
Mm-hmm.
Using Sukai one. And you're going to trigger David Mara.
All good. And go 3 for Bry. 1-3, draw. That's 2.
Full finger.
Yep. 6, draw. Go Vmon, draw. Put you on 4.
Yes, sir. Go up on turn. No raise.
2 Trump Swords in trash.
Yeah, I believe so. Roll. Did you roll? I'll check it in a moment.
Get the Lilith, recycle those things.
I mean, it's looking like my best stash now. You have 2 Trump swords engraved.
Yep.
12 cards engraved. I mean, I keep a mental count.
That's fine. That's fine,
I
dude.
was explaining to you yesterday. We used to do. Draw for the Linux Digivolution.
Okay.
As you called it. Mib. Taurus.
Yeah, it happens.
Taurus. Now
Okay.
you get to digivolve me.
We'll go ahead and raise out.
I think what places Zeus strongly right now is the fact that Shine and a lot of the main decks are sitting there going, I need to get a stack, I need to digivolve.
Basically, yeah.
And you're doing the same as them in roughly the same time. Some swords kills me.
Vmon?
I'll fucking take that one.
That's 1 gone. That's all good by my accounts. And then we'll go ahead and go Zuba. You go to 3, reveal 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We will take Durand.
Okay.
And reboot and await the Trump Sword.
Well, I don't really have a choice. Drawing up on turn. Have to. Yeah. Draw. Alright, Trump Sword. 5.
For 5. Put me on 2.
Lady Devi's gonna take out your buddy there.
Mm-hmm. Okay, go ahead, draw. Hatch. Yeah, we'll put you on 8.
Drawing up then. Base.
One of the things I found from Megazoo, to be honest, when playing against the decks, now if they've
6,
got a good
draw.
level of removal, and recursion like this one does, it
Zero,
can
2,
be a
draw.
bit of a problem, because you just
Trump
want to take the
Sword.
pieces away from them.
5. Going to take a security no, I'm not. Not yet. Not ready yet. Not right, 3, 2, 1.
Alright.
Let's see if we can look at those machine gun ones of yours.
Okay, we'll go ahead, draw here. Go Vmon. Draw.
Yep.
And then we'll go put you on 9. We'll just have to keep cycling through his stuff.
Okay. Romero down. 3. Takes me 6 to draw. 3 for Lily.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think you can guess what I'm getting back at this point.
Yeah, that's true. That's fair.
I'm going to swing low. Sorry, 12. 12.
Yep, 12.
Fresh. From sword for.
For 5.
Yep.
Alright, go ahead, draw. We'll raise out. Swing security with Demi. Draw that.
You hit him, doesn't matter. Just Jeremy.
And we'll go ahead, Magna, put you on 9, recover 2.
Yeah, I was waiting for a win line. Okay, I'm gonna start off with BLs.
Yep.
4. Takes me to 5. Gonna draw. Gonna go from sword. 5.
Yep.
I forgot to ask because I'm a moron.
Too eager on the BLs there, too eager on it.
Hey, I very rarely get to play it against Megazoo. 11?
15.
Oh, that's right.
Go ahead, draw. Or hatch.
Yeah, the only out I have to that is the full stack with Yaemon.
We'll put Lilith back in hand.
Rest of my stack to Spheres.
Yes, doesn't get deleted, but it gets trashed. And you're on 6.
You can hear the giggle. Your tone. It's like,
No, I'm just there, playing it as it goes. Like I said, I'm having to wear the storm of so many Trump swords on repeat, but it's fine.
oh, don't worry, I've got more coming.
It's all good. It's all good. Go ahead, draw. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and pass.
Fortunately, no, the pass isn't good for me. There's something that opposite of being good for me. Hoping we can guess what I'm bringing it back. Night raid for free, use the Lily.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to security.
Lilith goes back to hand.
Damn it!
2. Right, go ahead, draw.
Yep. This is where it gets interesting. Mine's the Lilith here. It's a little bit of a sticky wicket for me.
Yeah, we'll
So
put it on 10 and we'll just take the Debbie down. All yours. Didn't help bottom decking all of my volcanics earlier.
Me dude.
What does I do?
Also, no, I've got no choice but to take that thing out.
How many cards left in deck?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Put me on 1. Okay, go ahead, draw. Go V-Mon.
Play seems random, but
Draw.
it actually falls out.
You can have the BLs back.
I don't know.
And you're on 6, dude. 6 cards left in deck now? 4.
Yep. Have you taken security?
Yep, 15 Omni.
Right, let's go countdown. 3. Bro, that comes up next turn. Dinks me. Oh, sorry, 5.
Oh, you're 12. You was on 6, I go to 6.
I'll go for you, left me on 5. Come in. Boop. Either way, I've run the first time either way, so.
Alright, go ahead, draw.
Yeah, my miracle plan here is pray. Just run by enough time to take out your last 2 security.
Put you on 9.
There goes that plan. I was trying to play around that thing.
Yeah, I gathered.
Don't think I have the removal I need right now. I know it's a fall. Pain, hope. I truly hope. Oh, I'm gonna burn one of yours.
Yep. And the Mastimon takes it there. Pretty sure there's 4 Coitus
What's
Breaths left.
rating on that?
He's at 12.
Gonna put that on to hide one, make him 14.
Mm-hmm.
12.
Kaiser, nothing.
13.
Yep. That's yours, dude. Game 2 to you.
How the fuck did I pull that one off?
Mastimon, told you.
I was sitting on the mountain one for a while.
I could have scored Grey.
choice.
I was going to score Grey instead, which I think might have been the better call, but you would have just trump sword me again the following turn.
Yeah, but that would have been met with a very, very quick trump sword and me not going through as much of my deck.
True, true. That's see, that was the 50-50 call, but you know, weren't all that bad. We'll make do with that. All right, so game 3. I'll go first on this one.
Yep. like to go, sir?
I just half got to. That's all I've done.
Yeah, that's what I've done.
Right.
Would you like to go first or second?
I'll go first. We'll go ahead. Hatch. We'll go Vmon. Draw. I want to go ahead and pass turn at that point.
That's what will feel like for you, dude. Go on. Draw. If you. No.
Go ahead, draw. Yeah, we're gonna pass.
You know, like he.
Overall, we're not in a very good spot.
Well, you see, give
Nothing of value to play right now.
I guess when in Rome, use it. Right. Very tough decision, small brain. So there.
Yep. Right, we'll go ahead, draw.
Otherwise, I to attack.
Raise.
Yes.
Swing with Vmon, draw off the demi.
Yep.
And then we'll put you on 9.
Okay. Let's make this happen. Lady Debbie?
Yep.
Did you both? Going to get rid of.
Yeah, I don't think
Yes,
particularly we're in a good
that's-
spot to win this. The Master one actually does put in a great deal of work against this deck. It's like the same principle as 2CC in that if you can get rid of my threats
Lady
from security.
Debbie into the house before. Darkness Claw for 1. To Astimon.
Mm-hmm.
Massimon to security.
Yep, 12. You're all good.
Matt.
Go ahead, draw.
Yep.
Hatch. Go Vmon, draw. We'll go Ragnar for 3. Draw.
Yep.
What's underneath the Mastimon? No retaliation,
I
right?
have a Lady Devimon, a Valmon, a Deviamon.
Right, we'll go ahead and swing through the Lady Devi. No piercing, just attacking into it. And then we will Kaiser for 4, playing the Cranier out, and then reboot.
That's still way too strong. Crap. Lid, could be wrong. Still strong. One block here.
Just one blocker, yeah.
Everyone swing.
Yep. 15. me on... Does that put me on
3?
3, was it, or 2?
3.
3. Alright.
This took me down to 1. Oh no, 2.
2, I thought so. Right, I go draw. And go ahead, raise out. We'll swing security with Ragnar, +1. Swing with Vmon, draw off the demi. And then swing with Cranium for game.
That is yours.
Close, close.
It was. I've gotten a lot better at playing against purple. Not against purple, against Sue.
Oh, that's because you...
Mastimon is MVP here.
Yeah, no.
Beelzemon is too. I mean, Levmon done her job, and she kept a constant threat on the board till Crania.
Yeah,
The second that Crania drops early, I need a Masty. I just need something that's... I'm a threat. I can swing over you because of the claw.
Oh yeah, that's. I mean, the real threat to her is not her 12k body. It's the fact she burns one of my security. It's one less security of mine that's going to kill off one of your things.
It's also a free blocker. He does half of what Piedmon does, but I get some damage out for it.
But no, well played. Well played, dude. Thank you for joining today, and I will catch you later, dude.
And I'll catch you later. Thanks for joining.
And there we have it. Just some deck testing for Megazoo today. This will go up on the channel shortly, and I will be doing a deck profile for this as well. I've just done some tweaks today. I'm trying it with the set one Omni at this point. So thanks for tuning in to Gordo's Games, and I will catch you all later.